Leo, Leo, Leo. Welcome to the Esoteric Empire's Leo weekly reading. Okay, we're going to start off, that was too many cards. We're going to start off with an oracle message, and then we're going to jump into your weekly reading. How have you been, Leo? Like, really, how have you been? I want you to think about that. So we have Goddess of 10,000 Names, Isis, endless emanations of the priestess. Isis, with many names, forms, associations, and expressions, is referred to as the goddess of 10,000 names. A name holds power. It defines and energizes, or it limits. The names, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being, yet you exist beyond them as a vast being. You are currently realizing that you are not limited by previous identities that you held. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self. Enjoy the uncovering of even more of you. So, Leo, I ask you again, how have you been? That card is very powerful. It's saying, us as humans, us as Leos, especially for Leos, I think it's sometimes it can be very consuming for us to try to figure out who we are and how we want people to view us, because we have that ego thing. But what this oracle is saying is that this week, just like you've been able to evolve over time and become who you are now, you're getting another layer this week. That's your gift. You're getting a layer, a new one, a new name, a new energy, a new, I wouldn't say personality, but another layer added to yourself, another angle added to yourself, so that you can understand who you are more and become more of the sun that you're supposed to be. So you're getting another notch on your belt. You're getting another badge to add to your vest. You're getting another name to be called, meaning title to be referred to as by other people. You're adding another thing to your resume. So many ways to look at it. So you have the Three of Pentacles, which means that within business, you are going to be doing amazing, okay? Especially with your health and things like that, things are becoming a lot better, and it's because you've earned it. Three is about manifestation. So you're creating a more vivid and abundant domestic health, lifestyle, whatever you want to say when it comes to mundane things, is happening. Also, you could be around some people that are really good for you, to build something within your life, or it could just be people that you like to hang out with. But it looks like there's a sort of structure that's coming together with the people that you're surrounding yourself with. So business-wise, that's one of the things I want to say. Business-wise, it looks really good for those of you who have been trying to make something happen. All right, so let's look into your reading. All right, so we have the Prince of Wands in reverse. So the one thing I will say, try not to be overly energetic throughout these 7 days. I want you to take, like, you want to have energy behind what you're doing and purpose behind what you're doing, but you don't want to rush things, okay? You don't want to do things prematurely. Allow things to evolve. Just like you've evolved to this person that you are at now, allow whatever you're doing and touching to be done with taste and not just by rushing into it, okay? Because it's going to really help you out in the long run. So I see that you still have this person around you who seems to be trying to control a lot of things that are going on in your life. You have someone who wants to kind of make it to where you're not making the decisions. Now, this could be a person outside of you, or it could be your own ego. Sometimes your ego will hold you back from doing things like that. So let's get more into what this is. Three of Pentacles. So it's someone that's in your social group. It's someone that is outside of you. It is a person. And I want you to understand the difference between working with people and working for them. Sometimes there's people in our life that want to give us suggestions to make things better, but really they're just trying to get what they want out of a situation. Understand that you, especially if you have your own business, you are in control of that and you make your own business decisions, okay? We have the Lovers. This also could be a love situation, obviously. That is, you're working with someone who you're not supposed to work with in a relationship. And I mean, that could be literally like you're not supposed to work with them, or it could be saying you're in a relationship with someone who's not good for you. Okay, so you have to understand what that means for you. Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems like someone is not really, the word I'm getting is scam. Okay, so it could be scam, or it could be a situation where someone is not, I guess the word would be reliable, or they're not going to put in what you're putting into something. So you don't want to work with them. You don't want to do this. It's also about someone who doesn't want to take care of you. They don't see the value in what you're doing. So just look around and see who's trying to give you too much information on what you should be doing in your life. That's probably the person. And it's probably someone who doesn't have much to show for when it comes to their situations that they're trying to guide you in. So consider the source, all right? We do have the Queen of Pentacles during the middle of the 7 days. I keep saying 7 weeks. I don't know. So with the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful, beautiful energy, amazing. It means that you're having a balanced work and leisure time, you know, within your life. It also means that you're nurturing the things that you want to see grow within your everyday life. So that could be your work, that could be your home, that could be what you're eating, that could be your routine from day to day. It's also about being able to have what you want. So like being able, like if you're a working mom or something like that, or a working parent or whatever, being able to really understand how to do that and still be able to have your own life outside of that. You're really taking care of business though. You're really taking care of business. I encourage you to go out into nature this week. It looks like the weather is going to be really, really nice for you. Yeah, and we have the Magician in reverse. So you don't want to pretend. Like people may give you names. They may tell you this is what you are. This is what it means to be, let's say a parent. They say this is what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to do this. Or a woman, for example. You don't have to listen to that. You make who you are. Your attitude, your characteristics, your efforts that you put into things, that determines who Leo is. Not even what Leo is about as far as the zodiac sign. You know what I mean? Like don't let anything define you at this time. Yeah, because you're going to end up going after things that you don't really want. You're going to end up chasing things that other people see as good and you're not really seeing it as good. So you're going to be living for someone else's understanding of things. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, whatever plans you're making, is for you and not for someone else, not the next person. All right. Going towards the end of this week, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. You need to leave something alone. And I want to see what this is. The Two of Wands has come out with it. Because you're supposed to leave it. But you know what? Let's talk about this. So it's not necessarily that you have to leave the situation. But this card, this Eight of Cups in reverse, says, look, you can stay a part of this and try to make it work. Sometimes it does. But let's say this is a situation you've tried to make work more than twice, right? You've tried and you went back more than 2 times. If it still did not work, that's for a reason, okay? So also with that being said, you could really just be walking aimlessly within whatever that is if you do go back to it. Because truthfully, you're not supposed to be in it, but if you are going to be in it, you're going to be feeling so lost because it's not the direction you're supposed to be in. It's not where you're supposed to be going. So it's going to be like you need to take a U-turn and go right back out of that situation because it's not for you. And you're going to be longing to escape it. You don't want to feel like that. Who wants to feel like that? You're going to be thinking, well, what if I would have went towards this way? Or what if I would have tried that other thing? Or what if I, you know, like who wants to be thinking like that? Like within something that you're giving a second shot. If you feel like it's supposed to be given a second shot, that means you feel it's supposed to be given a fair effort. But how can you do that if you're just thinking about what else you could be doing and how it could be different if you would have went another route? Don't hold yourself to something that because society says it's supposed to work, then it's just supposed to work. If it ain't working for you, it's not working. Okay? Let's get more into this. Prince of Wands. And here's that Prince of Wands energy. So here is where you start to be inspired and you start to actually feel motivated and energetic towards things that you actually want to do. And I encourage you to go after that. Don't try to force yourself to be a part of something you don't want to be a part of. It's your decision, Leo. This is your life. Don't let other people tell you how to live your life. This is your life. And I know that seems so like common sense, but it's really not. You know, especially when if you're a people pleaser, it's really hard to live your life for you. Live for yourself. Right? Judgment. Judgment is saying, look, anybody and everybody, including yourself, can have their own opinion on what you're doing. But judgment is in the hands of the creator. And none of us are that. We're not the creator. We can be creative, but we're not the creator. The creator sees things very differently. The creator sees things from a perspective of, I've given you this chance to live. And if you throw it away because you want to feel sorry for yourself, shame on you. That's the judgment that God is going to look at it from. You're looking at it like, oh my gosh, like I messed up so many times. I don't deserve good. And God is looking at you like, what are you talking about? I've given you all of this. Everything outside of yourself. Go live. Go enjoy it. You may have, made some bad decisions, but time is ticking. You have a time limit. Everyone does. So you choose to stay sad, or you're going to choose to live and make things better. You have a second chance. You're still here. So think about that when you're feeling like you're making the wrong movements. Whatever you want to do in your life is up to you. And you should not feel bad about that unless you're not living the way you're supposed to live. And only you can deem that for yourself. You know what I mean? So obviously be responsible with what you're doing. But understand that this is so much bigger than you. You have so many good things to be looking forward to. And you have someone who doesn't want to really see you get to that point, because then you're going to be leaving them behind. And that's okay. But you don't want to have that energy stuck to you. All right? So make sure you're moving upwards, progressing, growing as a person. You don't want to be stagnant. All right? So go ahead and add that layer on. Go ahead and add that badge of honor, that new layer to yourself as you evolve, because you deserve it. And you'll be really happy with the outcome. So don't be afraid to try it and see. Otherwise, you're just going to be wondering what it would have been like to try it out. So, yeah, that's your reading. If you want to see more weekly readings with the Esoteric Empire, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I go live every single Sunday. So if you want to be here for that and get your questions answered, all you have to do is subscribe so that you are notified once I go live. That's all for now, Leo. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.